right, guys, welcome back to Full Circle with Joyce. We're switching gears now to go into the world of film and acting. And man, I have some very interesting guests in studio here today. I never thought I'd actually be doing an interview like this one, but you know, I'm excited. Here with me in studio, we have Kennedy Ombimba, I had to say it, aka King Kaka, and also Elijah Girimani, who's a producer as well. Karibuni sana to the show, you guys.
Asante.
Great to have you here this morning. I hope you've been well. Mmekuwa salama na corona na nini?
Social distancing and all that. I have my mask here.
You know what I'm realizing with artists? Every time they come out, the first thing they tell me is about social distancing. It's like you're almost trying to prove to Gava, like, we promise we've been social distancing.
What your concerts, man?
it's the new normal, they say.
Yeah, right. What to pay concerts.
Yeah.
But anyway, these guys are here on a different capacity, not for music, but for acting. You guys have done a new film together that's actually coming out this weekend here on Switch TV. And before we dive into it, let's take a look at this trailer.
Niaje wase, huyo mnamwona hapo ni mimi, Amo. Hii noma yangu si ya leo, na ni noma ya Zamo. Imekuwa miaka kinde tangu nirushwe ndani, so leo nikadecide kupeana info fulani. All along nilijua ngoma ndio itanitoa kwa noma ya ghetto. Nilikuwa nimejipicture kwa matua, mayolo na steto. But I think ufala yangu sikuona meza, na kamati kibadilishwa, na mbona mlango nilifungua ilipobishwa.
Majuto, this Saturday at 8 p.m.
All right, well, that there is the trailer for the film Majuto. As you've heard there, this Saturday, 8 p.m. here on Switch TV is going to be premiering, and it stars the one and only King Kaka. How are you feeling, man? You, like, look at you. You're a musician, you're an actor, you're an activist, you're a humanitarian, you're doing all of these sort of different things.
A lot of things.
Yeah.
I think what I usually tell people is that we can maximize our full potential.
Absolutely.
You don't have just to focus on one thing.
Yeah.
If you feel you can do something else and balance it well, then do it, try it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming this was sort of your initiative. Is that a correct assumption?
It's a collaboration because, as you know, Kaka is, like he said, he's not only a rapper, a poet. He's one things in many. That's what informed us working with him, because he represents not only the young people, but he's a voice of reason in society.
Right.
Like they say in Swahili, wasanii ni kioo cha jamii.
No.
So he represents that. He's the embodiment of that. So we felt like he's the right person that we wanted to work with.
Embodiment. But it's very interesting because even from the trailer there, it almost feels like it's a story of your own life, and maybe it's not, or maybe there's a few parallels to it. But even the style, you know, it has, you know, just I think even the style with you talking over it, doing the voice over it, showing a lot of like music in the guy's life. Are there any points that you could really relate to the young man's story, to your own life story?
I would want to give more, but guys need to tune in. The trailer says it all. But basically, it's entertaining. It's very reflective. I learned so much just during the shoot.
Yeah.
And even learned so much. I had to remember my past. When you grow, there are certain elements that you miss. So while even doing the script for this and the story for this, I had to dig deep just to get different elements and trying times that I went through.
Okay.
In my musical journey.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Kaka anasema titungoje hadi, you know, weekend, Saturday.
I would want
to. But for you, maybe you can tell the audience, what is the one thing that you hope that they would walk away with?
Behind every story, every song, every film out there, there's a message. It's a message that young people have to learn from the story of Amo, who's playing the young Kaka. And of course, young people are faced with many challenges. As you've seen in the news yesterday, you've seen the girl child has a problem. There's a problem in Kenya. The problem that the youth are faced daily, drugs, joining violent gangs and all that. So The problem is we don't mentor our young people. So most of them are left to either watch movies or listen to music. They get their role models from artists. So if we don't positively influence them, they will join these gangs. They'll join any other gang that is near them, and they will end up just like the story. I don't want to disclose much, but you will see young Amo is faced with these challenges, and there's only one eventuality, either good or bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's interesting that you bring that up, because Kaka, I think in the industry, both in gospel and in secular, there's been a lot of debate as far as come to ni role model ama kila mtu yani waishi tu peke yao. What's your take on that? Because here he's talking about how you embody a lot of values for young people to follow. Do you see yourself then as really an example? Is that what are you comfortable being called that? Or do you agree with those who say, let me just follow my creativity? You know, your parents or whoever is your guardian should be the one responsible for that. Or do you feel that provided well as an artist or whoever, you automatically have that role?
I think what happens is it's the whole snowball effect. So when I started, it was just me trying to rhyme words. Just young boy from the ghetto trying to rhyme words and get out of the ghetto. So that was my initial plan. Then with time, you come and realize kwamba your music is powerful and you're influencing people, and people you meet are telling you that you are the hero.
Yeah.
So now even your mind state in a change.
Yeah.
Right? And they say, to whom much is given,
much is
expected.
Yeah.
Right? So now you need to adapt and see, with all this following, what am I doing? Ni kama sasa, they are your responsibility. That's why he said, wasanii ni kioo cha jamii. It's power. Kuna mtu akipewa power ataitumia in a different way or in a badly way. And then there are those when you akipewa, they'll use it nicely. So which side of the power are you? I feel the society needs guidance. Sababu our young, I'm a father, right? I'm a parent. And every day I see what I teach my kids being instilled in them. And I would teach my daughter 1 or 2 things today. A week later, like yesterday my daughter told me, I was trying to browse and it was not loading. So she said, you need to have patience. My daughter is 6 years old.
That's amazing. We're just talking about patience today.
She's 6 years old. But every time I used to tell her, you need to have patience. That was like a month ago.
And now she's using it on you.
Yeah. See, so if we can teach, then let's change and shape the society.
Yeah. And also when you think about it, of course, Nairobi is sort of like the epicenter, and a lot of people, want to come to the big city. This is where they're chasing their big dreams and whatnot. Watu wametoka Ocha, labda wazazi pia bado wako Ocha. And just the cultural influences are just sometimes I get scared, like if your wazazis live in Ocha and then you bring them to Nairobi and they actually see things around you, like hata wao watashtuka, right? And that's why I think having influences is very important in the society that we live in today, just because there are some things that maybe your parents, they just would not have taught you because they've not lived in that society.
Also, Joyce, the notion that young people, not only in Nairobi and other urban centers in Kenya, but in the course of the development of the story of Majuto, we went with King Kaka around the country, and we went to places like Isiolo, Mombasa, and others. And we saw the challenges that these young people are facing in Isiolo are the same as those that are faced with here in Nairobi. So the concept of young people are like a constituency. They belong to the same constituency, they listen to the same music, they are faced with the same challenges. So if we don't tailor-make these solutions to reach out to speak to their souls, to speak to their hearts, we will fail. We'll have a generation of young people who don't have direction.
And that, I guess, takes me back to the movie too, and what you really want people, and maybe now I'll direct that to you, King Kaka, like what you really want people to come out of this film with, because this is targeted to young viewers, isn't it? Are you trying to say, guys, you need to sort of step up, step out, speak out? Or is this also calling for policymakers to really begin to, and you've spoken obviously a lot about this through your music, but there's a very distinct gap between who our population is and what our politicians say, and it's not connecting. So is the goal then to sort of create this generation that is saying enough is enough? Do you think that's part of what you're trying to portray in this movie? Or what would you want a young viewer to walk away with?
One, there are so many elements within the movie, and which is also a reflection of what we would want in the society.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd want the best for our brothers and sisters, right? So the movie the goes back to the topic of the day, which is patience. One, people need to have patience, and people need to work.
Yeah.
As much as we point fingers to the government, if you're really keen, people don't stretch their limits. If you're keen with most people who are successful, they really work.
Yeah.
Even if you check, I watched a Bill Gates documentary the other day. That guy is up by, I don't know, 4 a.m. He's a billionaire, but he's up by 4 a.m. looking for other ways, innovative ways of helping humanity and making money on the side.
I'm glad you're the one saying that, because I think a lot of people also do feel that as young people, sometimes you have this sense of entitlement. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like today, I had an interview today. I knew I slept yesterday around 3-4 a.m. I woke up in the morning. I had to be here. It's hard work, and that's what I've learned throughout the years. Patience, hard work, but also how the relationships that we have in between, because our industry is so small, and not only does this apply to music, in every industry that we are in, random industry, if it's the Juakali sector, if it's the matatu, we need to relate. And also back to the government, I think government also needs to bring up more policies and just check what the young people are doing, and mentorship programs, because I'm sure there are people who can work with the young people, because the moment we don't bend them now, in the next 10 years we'll have the seeds which we planted a few years back, doing things that we didn't plan.
Absolutely.
So and also to be careful. You have to know who you're relating with, and just pray that it's a good partnership. Unajua uko mtaani bana, I was born and raised in Eastlands, and most of my friends were either joined gangs, criminals, nini. But me, I said I wanted a different path for myself.
Yeah, and the company you keep is
yes,
a huge factor in that. As they say, if your 4 friends are criminals, you're the 5th one. Yes. If your 4 friends are billionaires, God willing, you're the 5th one. Yes. So the company you keep is absolutely important. Let me read some feedback here. Good morning, Joyce. Loving the discussion today. I can't wait to watch Majuto. Hapa ndio patience in a come through. We wait till that Saturday. Tell Kaka he's a role model to many young people out here. That's Carol watching from Juja. Good morning, Joyce. Kudos to King Kaka. That short film is amazing. I just saw it being advertised and I didn't have enough patience to wait for it to come to the TV. I've watched it 2 times now. Okay. It's showing us that Kenyan movies are going to another level. It's so educative, and I encourage all young people to watch it and learn from it. And they say make it longer, please. All the best. That's Virginia from Buruburu. Kuna mwingine hapa nauliza kana anaweza pata audition for Majuto. I don't know, is there a part 2 coming?
Yeah, definitely, because this, like King Kaka said, there are many more to come. And this is the first of many. So yeah, keep stay tuned to Switch, and of course, they learn a lot. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about now, like, the process of actually making the film. You're the producer of the film. How long did it take you guys to put this together?
First of all, filmmaking is a very expensive affair.
Yes, it is.
So personally, we wouldn't have done it without the help of some of our friends and partners. Kenya ni Wajibu Wetu project, which really saw that, like you said, filmmaking is a very lengthy process. There's a scripting process. There's the process where we really want to know what is it that we want to achieve with the film. So before writing the script, we sat down with Kaka and said, okay, at the end of the day, what do we want Kenyan youth to take from this film, Majuto? So we put out a theme there, of family and choices, and of course we said, okay, this is how we want to set the story, and then we went from that, and we brought in other creatives on board. There are other contributors, there are other writers in it. There's a director, there's a very fantastic director called Michael Jones, who came in also and chipped in, and other stakeholders.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And this is not your first time acting.
Yeah.
So you're gunning for the big screens now.
yeah. Mama, I made it.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. How did this experience compare with other experiences?
I like new challenges all the time. So when this was presented, I was like, yeah, I'd want us to do this.
Okay.
And we were fortunate enough to work with Maxwell Simba.
Yeah. Yes, amazing young
he stars
talent.
in the Boy Who Harnessed the Wind.
Yes, which is a great movie.
Yes,
Such a
so-
gifted young man.
Yeah, so it was really nice.
I had him on the show a while ago. Yeah. Yeah, so that's fantastic. It's good to see. It's good to see. And maybe, again, he's another example to even younger actors too. And younger guys too. Some more feedback here though. Good morning, Joyce. This is great that you've brought my favorite musician, King Kaka. His story is very, very inspiring and motivating. I really love modeling and I've tried, but things are not working out. I'm still patient about it and I believe that my dream will come through one day or true one day. That's Jacinta from Thika. I love your show, Joyce. Thank you very much for that. Mihaki watching from Kiambu says, I'm loving the show a lot. Say hi to King Kaka, my mentor. Looking forward to the film. Vinny Muiru from Meru says, I'd like to ask King Kaka if he's really a lecturer, as people say.
Yes. I was.
Yeah.
Lakini I quit.
You were?
Yeah.
Where?
It was too much work. At Zitek.
Too much. It wasn't your line of passion.
No, it was a new challenge.
Okay.
It was a new challenge.
What were you lecturing?
Entrepreneurship and business.
Wow.
Yes.
Hey, so watu walikuwa nakuita prof?
My friend, class yangu ilikuwa ina pass. Ilikuwa napeana nini na rhymes.
Oh Lord.
Leo ni class ya marketing.
I'd have loved to attend that class. Oh my God. That's hilarious.
It was a nice experience.
Yeah.
And just to address the model,
Yeah.
who was saying that things are hard.
Yeah.
I feel we're living in a social media era.
Yeah.
And most young people are gonna excuses. Me I usually call it out.
Okay, I like that.
Most of them are gonna excuses, son. We've seen the likes of Akina Flacco, who are now getting big endorsements.
Yes.
Flacco ana shoot the whole thing with a phone.
Yeah.
A phone.
Yeah.
So yeah, me Twitter kona phone.
Yeah,
What is she doing about it?
Come
Unaelewa?
on. Yeah.
Kuna people who started as YouTube sensations.
That's
Kufungua
true.
YouTube ni free.
Including one Justin Bieber.
Unaelewa? You just nini showcase someone somewhere.
Yeah,
Akina Ziad, who are now getting roles in
She's acting.
Yeah, she's acting now.
Yeah.
Umeelewa?
Yeah.
But itajulikanaje?
Come on.
If we don't everything we need we have.
Yeah.
Let's say that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, just to Joyce ati King Kaka asitoke kabla haja perform. Aki jameni. Hiyo sasa iko kwa plan. Big up to King Kaka, yani role model kwetu. Someone here just saying really appreciate the show. King Kaka, I love you, support young talent. That's Guba Entertainment. Please say hello to King Kaka and Mr. Girimani. They're asking when will the movie be aired and which station. It's going to be aired right here on Switch TV, 8 p.m. this Saturday. Make sure you don't miss it. And he's teased that there might be some follow-ups later. Can I? So now that you're here, can I get an acting role too?
You'll have to audition.
Oh, okay.
No special treatment.
No special treatments. Takuja auditions. But thank you very much. That's Mary from Kitengela watching the show. And if people, do you have like a social media page where people can follow?
Yeah, they can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Majuto Web Series.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's also where you put information for those who
Yes.
actually do want to audition.
Yes.
Okay. Great. Thank you to the both of you for coming on to the show today.
Thank you.
It's
It's a
been a pleasure
pleasure.
talking to you. Congrats. And we look forward to the film this weekend.
And for those who are doubting that Kenyan industry, the film industry is down and we can't do it,
Yeah.
we can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
And again, thank you for this show and Switch TV.
Yeah.
Not many Kenyan TV shows are embracing Kenyan content as much. So if tukiendelea hivi,
Yeah.
tutaenda mbali. This is
We all
how
win.
Hollywood started, man.
Yeah. We all win. We
Sindio?
all win. We need
Big
each
up to
other.
Switch TV and big up to every fan who's watching
That's
and
right.
who will watch on Saturday.
All right. I'm sure
8
they've
p.m.
appreciated
Majuto.
that for sure. All right, guys, we're going to take a break now. Coming up next, we're going to be diving into events of the week. I have Wakili Gadi Irungu, who's the former Kiambu speaker and a devolution lawyer, and we want to talk about some of the different happenings in politics in the last week. I think next time I need to invite King Kaka for events of the. I just need to hear his political opinions on hizo habari za 9 p.m. Jumaze vituko vimejaa, but it's okay. Today we have our lawyer here in studio with us, Kirinyaga. That's obviously an Anwai Guru. We're going to be talking about that as well. Stay tuned. And even State House, Maze COVID imefika State House, we'll be talking about that too, and whether the measures we currently have in place are still enough and effective. 22999 is the SMS line. I'll see you at the top of the hour.